What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Let's Talk Money. I'm Nikolay Timoshchuk Jr. and I can't wait to explain to you how you can use your Instagram account to actually make money. We're gonna jump right in and I'm just gonna start talking to you about the importance of why social media has actually just taken the world by storm. Well, guess what? It's at the click of a button. Click, 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 and the next thing you know, you're looking at someone from a completely different country, tens of thousands of miles away, and you're just connecting with people that you would have never been able to connect with previously or in the past, or if you never actually see them face to face. Social media can be a tool, but it can also destruct people. I'm not saying jump into Instagram or Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and just start doing things if you can't mentally take what comes with all of that. That's where a lot of people kind of forget that social media can actually destroy you just like it can build you up. So, disclaimer right there. If you're actually going to jump into social media, understand that you need to make a time and place for everything, and don't just completely jump off the deep end and hope that social media is going to change your life for the better and you're not going to feel any type of anxiety, stress, or anything. You probably feel more than not. So we're gonna jump right in and I'm gonna give you about 7 tips on how you can actually jump into Instagram, grow your following, and start making money through whatever avenue that might be. The first one is getting familiar with Instagram. A lot of people, when they get on Instagram, they don't even understand what they're clicking through. They get on, they scroll, and that's it. There's so much more to Instagram that we even can understand and fathom unless you actually take time to sit there, go through it, and analyze each and every button that Instagram has to offer. For instance, most people just create an account, that's it, and then they post pictures. Then they scroll, look at other people's stories, then they go through posts, and that's about it. However, when you take Instagram for a business perspective, you can understand that they allow you to see analytics of why your posts are getting clicked, how many times they're getting clicked, how many of your pictures are getting out to certain people, what demographic, what country, what city, where are you actually reaching an audience. And that's probably one of the best things Instagram offers because it's all connected through this data space, and you can literally find out who, what, where, when, and why, and present to them whatever you're trying to brand, whether it's yourself, whether it's a product, whether it's something that you're just trying to do for fun. It's all there and it can be used for a purpose if that's something that you want to do. In summary, get familiar with Instagram. Get familiar with the Instagram shop. Get familiar with the analytics. Get familiar with the platform. Get familiar with just clicking through the buttons that make you interested in clicking those actual buttons. Now, while I'm talking about all this, I need you to pause real quick, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, turn on your post notifications, hit that like button, share this video, drop a comment, because the more you guys help interact with the algorithm, it helps spread my video out to other audiences that aren't watching the videos right now. So I really appreciate you guys. I'm gonna get back to the message. Sorry for that little commercial. The second thing that I personally recommend is starting with branding yourself or branding a theme. A lot of people need consistency in those aspects. So if people understand you're going to be branding something, let's say becoming an influencer, and you want to tell people about modeling or fitness or whatever that industry may be, and you're trying to become an influencer, people are prone to follow somebody more that can speak about what they're actually interested, something that intrigues them, and that just continues to pour into that consistently. So you need to become comfortable with branding, one, either yourself, or two, branding whatever you're interested in, whether it's the fitness industry and you're posting motivational quotes of the gym or different gyms or whatever it is, whatever industry it is that you're trying to get into, that's what you have to stay consistent with so that you can gain that audience initially and then continue to grow off that day after day after day after day. I personally don't recommend trying to do things that only make you money or only make you happy because you see likes, clicks, and all these other things. Actually enjoy what you're doing and you're posting about that over and over and over and over again because you're actually passionate about that. So finding that brand or theme behind you or whatever product or whatever it is you want to do is very important, and make sure it aligns with things of your values and your interests and things like that, because you will get bored very, very, very quickly. And someone I actually recommend you watch is Gary Vee, and that's Gary Vaynerchuk on YouTube. If you type him in, he always talks about posting and growing platforms on things that you actually love, things that are purpose driven, things that actually make you happy, not just for the likes and the clicks, because you can make quite a bit of money. You can make quite a bit of things lying and faking things, but then guess what? You're still empty inside and you don't feel good about it. So yes, these are tips on how to get you to grow so that you can make money, but you should still keep it authentic so that you can actually feel fulfilled when you're actually doing what you want to do. Now, the third tip I'm going to give you is making sure that you focus on hashtags, your captions, and posting on Reels. Instagram has been fighting with TikTok and trying to steal that audience back, rightfully so, because everybody went from Instagram to TikTok, and all of a sudden, Instagram gets this cool thing called Reels. And my personal experience, I've been posting Reels here very heavily for the past couple months, and I've been able to gain thousands and thousands and thousands of followers because it just continues to grow. It continues to be pushed and pushed and pushed. There's videos that I've posted before as a regular post that maybe reached 20,000 people, and then I posted on Reels and it's gotten 1.1 million views. Unreal. So those followers, guess what? They grow as well. So we're talking about making sure you have hashtags, and you can actually just save your hashtags in a note on your phone or in a Google Doc or wherever and use those same hashtags. Find some that have a lot of users, and Instagram will tell you how many people have hashtagged something, and some that have a ton, so you can mix those two worlds and kind of grab a little bit from each one. Both worlds have a lot to offer. Make sure you have your hashtags in place. The second thing, make sure your caption is interesting. When you're scrolling and you just see continuous videos or pictures, and then you see a caption that captivates you, you stop and you go back and you watch that content, or you look at it, then you like it, save it, send it. Make sure you use that same idea when you're putting your content out. What seems boring to you is actually captivating and intriguing to somebody else. And the third thing, like I said, is start using Reels a lot more. Reels on Instagram is one of the most growing ways on Instagram. You can actually get so many different types of views on there because it's going out to everyone's Discover page and just boom, 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 boom. It's hitting people so quick. Like I said, I've had videos right now that get 1.1 million views, 500,000, 300,000, 200,000. That used to only get 200,000, and I just repurposed the same video and posted it as a reel instead. They're less than 30 seconds, they're interesting, they get you to look, you can actually share them on your stories while they play, so you can get views from your story as well if you post that reel to your story, and all of a sudden you go from getting 0 to 100 followers to 200 to 300 to 1,000 to 4,000, 5,000, next thing you know you have 100,000 followers, and you weren't even expecting it because you used something new and something that Instagram is heavily pushing right now. I guarantee you, you'll be able to do the same thing if you're willing to work hard, stay consistent, and keep growing. My fourth tip lies with this. 1, educate. 2, entertain. Whenever you're doing something, it doesn't matter if you're the smartest person in the world or the funniest, but when you combine those two, I don't know why, it just seems like everything seems to flow. You can laugh a little, learn a little, laugh a little, learn a little. I'm not speaking for everybody in the world, obviously, because some people don't like when people are being funny. Some people don't like when people are entertaining. But, however, I love both, and I think it really works. If you take a look at my Instagram account, which is NicoTJR, and I'll show you a screen grab right here, this is what I've been able to do. You accumulate about 150, 200,000 followers, and that is a great platform to start, adding links to whatever that may be, whether it's a Shopify account, YouTube, another TikTok, a Twitter, whatever it is, for you to start building these different platforms into a family base, into a group of people that actually enjoy what you do and what you have to offer. However, they need some substance. They need that entertainment. They need that education. You're teaching in a great way. You're showing them what's interesting. And that's what I was able to do. So educating and entertaining, in my opinion, is one of the most important factors when dealing with building a social media brand. Well, at this point, you're at your fifth tip and you're like, okay, you've built the platform, you've got that community, you've got that family, you've got that group of people, let's say across different platforms. Now you're not only on Instagram. What do I do now? Well, now it's time to find a platform that actually supports you making money. One huge one, Shopify. I've always used it to sell merch. You'll see a ton of influencers online using things like this to actually sell merch, to sell all kinds of products. Drop shipping is huge. It's all dependent upon what you want to provide, whether it's clothing with your brand name on it, whether it's an item, whether it's an experience, whether it's a course, whatever you're trying to sell to the public. has to make sense, and then you can actually go find these platforms that encourage you to sell it out. And you're able to make money off that because you've built this awesome platform to this type of level. But even with all that being said, it's very important to me to actually connect your brand to what you're putting out on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and all of those different things. When you're able to actually connect to your audience authentically, like I spoke about, I think, which was in the third tip, it actually creates a true experience for your viewer, for your customer, or whatever you call them. It's a time where, let's say you're interested in my YouTube channel and you're like, man, I really like this guy. I want to support him. I want to, keep following him, and I want to be able to watch more of his videos. So I'm going to go to www.shopbacktolife.com, grab some of his other YouTube channel merch, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to support him so he can keep making these videos, because if not, then he has to go do other things. He won't have time to make the videos that I'm interested in watching. So this is done on a global scale with all kinds of famous people online, everything like that. If you're talking even actors, movie stars, you name it, artists, singers, rappers, everybody usually has their own clothing brand, and they're selling it to people that connect with their message, people that feel like they care about that person or care about what that message brings. So in that aspect, I think connecting your brand to all of these different business aspects is what brings that together and makes a human being feel like, I really want to purchase something from that individual because it brings me value and I actually have substance from what I'm about to receive. All right, y'all, so as we've gone through this process, you've understood what Instagram has to offer. There is a business type page. There is a business platform. There is money to be made. This is a career. This is a career for a lot of people. Online, e-commerce. Making money online is something that is very important to a lot of individuals. That's how a lot of people feed their families. That's how a lot of people put food on the table. That's how a lot of people own their homes. It is a huge industry. But in order to get into the industry, you have to start understanding how social media works, how the internet works, and how e-commerce works. So like I said, just going through the process of what I told you from step 1 to step 7, that's my advice on how you can use Instagram to leverage your platforms, your community, and then going into TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and start building communities that actually support you, and you provide enough value for them to be able to make a career out of this. So continue to grow your platforms, continue to keep working, continue to stay consistent. This doesn't happen in 1 week, 2 weeks. This could take years, but if this is something you're passionate about, continue to put that work in and continue to grow into what you see for yourself, because that can really change your life, turn your life around, and can provide that career, that job that you've always wished you had. Without further ado, I'm gonna let y'all go, but before I go, make sure again you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, turn on your post notifications, like the video, comment on the video. I wanna know more things you guys wanna talk about. Drop a comment of what intrigues you. Maybe you're still confused about Instagram. I'll be willing to answer any questions in the comments that I possibly can. This is all in my personal opinion of what you can do to grow your Instagram, to make money, and it works if you actually put in the work, just like any industry in the world. If you ain't trying to work, it probably won't work. If you're willing to work, it will probably work. Hard work goes a long way, persistence goes a long way, and consistency goes a long way. So work hard, continue growing. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.